What's up, guys? It's day 2 on this 4,500 acre job. It's about 9:50 in the morning. Got rolling about 7:45. We've done 130 acres. Been sitting around waiting on a truck now for about 30 minutes. We still have the same hydraulic issues. Thankfully, it hadn't busted yet. Knock on wood. It's just a matter of time, but I'm trying to get as much done as I can before that happens, because it'll take probably 2 hours to get it fixed. So it'd be nice to be able to get through this first little phase of this job before it busts, and then maybe I think it's supposed to be pretty windy tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow we'll slow down a little bit and get that fixed. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, see what happens. But anyway, yeah, so we're just sitting around waiting on a truck. And that's about it. I guess that hydraulic line is, like I was showing you in the other video, it's pinched between the boom and the main, I don't know if you call it a bracket or the main mechanism that folds the boom in and out. And it's my fault, because that hose busted last year. It rubbed through where it comes up from out under the machine, and I put it back on, and they had a like a little, not really a hook, but a spot where you could put a zip tie to zip tie the hydraulic line to, and I put it on there so that hopefully it wouldn't move and rub through like it did the last time. But that obviously was the wrong spot because it's pinched, and now it's dripping. And I thought about cutting that zip tie off, but because that would keep it to where it wouldn't pinch. But I don't know if maybe that pinch is holding pressure on it, and that's what's keeping it from busting. And I don't want to unhook it, kind of like an artery. Sometimes when people get hurt and the object that's inside of them puts pressure on that artery and keeps it from opening up, keeps the pressure in it. And you've seen it like on TV shows and stuff, where they say, oh, if we take this out, there's a risk that it's gonna open, it's not gonna block that artery like it's doing now, and you might have some issues. So that's kind of hoping what doesn't happen. But yeah, I'll get out and show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, so this is that hydraulic line. You can see there's hydraulic fluid everywhere, but see that little metal piece off the side? That's where I clipped it onto, because that's what it looked like it was for. And I'm pretty sure I had a clip right there too. I guess that one busted, but you can see where that line right there is pinched in between this main mechanism right there. And I want to cut it off so that maybe it doesn't completely mess up the line, but at the same time I don't, because removing that pinch might actually cause the hose to fully blow out. But you can see it's wedged in there pretty good. But anyway, yeah, so that's what we're working with. And it's just barely dripping. As you can see, there's potash dust all over it. But my hydraulic, it's dropped a little bit. It was right at the max line, and it's right here now. When I looked at it the other day, it was completely full. Yesterday, I was like, what the heck? How did I gain hydraulic oil? But anyway, so we got plenty of oil in there, and I got 10 gallons more in the truck and a pump to get it in here. So anyway, yeah, we're still good to go for right now. But anyway, so that's what's going on. That's the update. something has been leaking right there. I don't know what that's from. Some type of oil. Surely it's not fuel. I'm getting a new fuel tank put on because of where it's leaking up under it. But yeah, I don't know what that's from unless the hose is dripping in there too. But surely it's not, but it could be. But I'm not sure if I showed you guys this the other day. You can see how it's wet right there. And there's a wet spot on the ground where I'm sitting. But my diesel tank is leaking. And it's a known problem, they said. So I'm getting a new tank put on at some point. Don't know when that's going to be. But anyway, yeah, so that's the update for right now. And hopefully this truck gets here soon and we can keep on rolling. And I'll be back once we get rolling again. I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, so I'm about to go on a solar panel rant. You can see it looks like water over there, but those are all solar panels. And you can see we're close to town. There's a hotel over there. So there's solar. There's a couple thousand acres of solar right here, and it's funny because everybody was, excited for Trump to get in and the big beautiful bill because it was supposed to put an end to all these solar panels, and it definitely didn't, because these were already under construction. They're done now, but there's 20,000 acres of solar going in about 30 minutes down the road, and 10,000 acres of that is ground that I put fertilizer on. So I'm going to be out of that 10,000 acres. They're supposed to be starting it this year, but let me turn around real quick and we'll continue this. But yeah, you can see it's solar now. Alright, I gotta turn around. But anyway, so that's gonna be a lot of money. I think 10,000 acres, sometimes I'd go across that twice, sometimes I'd go across it 3 times. That's a lot of money, and that's a huge hit for me that I'm gonna have to pick that ground up somewhere. And if you're in the farming industry, you don't just pick up 10,000 acres out of the blue. That's hard. That's a hard hit. But anyway, it doesn't make any sense why we're building solar panels on farmland. And a lot of people use the argument of, we're taking land out of production that's food that we eat, and that's here is not necessarily true, because the only thing that we grow here that we actually eat here in the United States is rice. Corn and beans goes to animal feed or oil or ethanol. It's not direct food that we're eating. Now cotton does go into some clothes we wear, not very many. Let me turn real quick. But anyway, so I'm all for solar and the environment, all that stuff. But it doesn't make sense that, supposedly it's so cheap and good for the environment and all this stuff. So why does the government have to subsidize these major solar companies to come in and take all this farmland to build solar on, whenever you have massive corporations like Walmart, Target, Home Depot, any major retailer could be putting these solar panels in their parking lot and making all this money that they're supposedly making. All the electrical's already there. They just got to put the poles up and the solar. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and it doesn't make... I understand why they're doing it. They're paying landowners $1,200 an acre to put solar in. A landowner's lucky to get $200 an acre from a farmer that they rent to. So, as a landowner, I completely understand it. You gotta do what you gotta do, and you're setting your family up. Let me turn. And if I had 1,000 acres and somebody told me they were gonna give me $1,000 an acre a year to put solar on it, 1,000 times 1,000 is $1 million a year for the next 30 years, because that's what they tell everybody, for 30 years, or with an extension to 40. I mean, that's 30 to 40 million dollars, and I have nothing. I literally do nothing. There's nothing that you have to do to get that money. I mean, you set that aside into an investment account. Of course, you got to pay taxes on it. And I mean, you and your family are pretty much set. So I understand it, but it's absolutely devastating. The farming community in this area taking that much ground out. It's putting people out of business. And it's just, I don't know. I think it'd be better for the government to subsidize somebody like Walmart to put it at all their stores in the Sun Belt in the Southwest than to subsidize these major corporations to build it. Whenever there's no, I mean, the counties are making a killing, the landowners are making a killing, but the landowners usually don't live here. And the people that are struggling to make it are losing everything from it. But anyways, that's my rant for the day. It's time to go fill up. Bins are low. Yeah, so that's my piece. I don't know. I think we'd be better served to put these over all the. There's probably millions and millions of acres of parking lots in the South and the Southwest that could be covered in solar. And Walmart could be collecting that money instead of anyway, supposedly they make all this money, so why are private companies not doing it? It's pretty much what I'm saying. But anyway, alright, I'm gonna go fill up. Alright, it is 4 o'clock. We've done about 550 acres, something like that. We're up here in Missouri now, rolling on some bedded ground. Means you gotta pay attention a little more. This Raven system, it's alright, but it won't hold a bed. You can pull the straightest AV line of your life and it won't hold it. So you gotta hand drive these. But anyway, let me make this turn. But yeah, anyways, we're hand driving from here on out. Gotta keep your hand on it, keep it straight. But anyways, that's the checkup for right now. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, I finally got on some long growth where I can film a little better without having to turn around all the time. I mean, I'm still gonna have to, but yeah, I just had like the biggest freaking jump scare of my life. Driving the edge of this field, I didn't see a culvert, and I guess my front tire went across it, but my back tire slid off the edge of it, and something popped. It sounded like a 18-wheeler tire blowing up. What it was, I have no idea. I did a walk around and couldn't find anything broken. I don't know how something didn't break with how loud that was. I think it was the boom slapping. But I can hear something rattling around. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out what the heck that is. That rattling around is my camera up here that I don't use anyways because it doesn't work. It's supposed to be right here. The magnet doesn't work on it. That's what was rattling around. I also just noticed that it knocked the panel off down here. Excuse all the trash. But it knocked the panel off to the fuse boxes. Or to all the electricals. But anyway, that was a heck of a bump, dude. I ain't never hit nothing that hard. I don't know how something didn't break. But we're gonna keep on pushing. Yesterday we got to see a beautiful Arkansas sunset. Today we're seeing a alright Missouri sunset. Alright guys, so it's 7:30. We're working on about 750 acres. Still up here in Missouri. Getting it done. I got the last truckload over there. And we're going to call it a day. I'll be back with you here in a minute. Alright guys, so that's the end of day 2. We've done 900 plus 300, 1,200 acres minus 60, so 1,140 acres. So we did about 600 acres a day. That's not too bad. But anyway, it's 8:35, so I'm about to drive back to base. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you like this type of content. And then I will see you tomorrow morning whenever we fix this hydraulic hose.